Very nice flight. Now, my friends, is when it got interesting. I kept saying to Ebony, this one's for the grandkids, aka I can't wait to tell this story after it's happened and I'm no longer living in it, and it's just going to be one of those wows. First step is they bust us to one of the checking centers. Step one, get your temperature checked. This is where, if I'm being totally honest, I was the most nervous. I thought, gee whiz, if I have a temperature right now, I'm going away to a mystical hospital place where I won't speak the native language, even though a lot of people have very, 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 very great English here. Hats off to them. But I was most nervous. Was I gonna have a temperature? Praise the Lord. No, I didn't. Step two is check out this bad boy. This is my tracker. So I set up my phone and it connects to an app and it's called Stay Home Safe. They put this little sucker on me and I almost asked if I could have a different color, but I thought maybe humor was not something appropriate at that time. So boom, after we got this little guy, we picked up our luggage and then we were bussed to a second location. At that location, we dropped off our luggage. So we dropped off our stuff and then we were bussed again to the other side of the building, where then it was time for the saliva test. Now, thankfully we didn't do the test where they stick stuff up your nose. I hear that's very, very painful. So I had to watch a video about how to spit my saliva in a cup. Had my saliva test, turned it in, and then everyone on my flight and then several other flights were escorted into a giant big warehouse. Now, if you took the SATs or the ACT or a big test in a big open room, picture that. So there was a desk and a chair and they were all spaced out 6 feet apart. On your desk was a little paper and it said, welcome, be quiet, don't get up, don't walk around, don't make noise, you can use the restroom, we'll bring you a snack, you're gonna be here for a long, long time. In the email before I had left, Disney had let me know that I might wait up to 8 hours for my test results. No one was allowed to leave the center without the results of their test to see if they had the coronavirus. I had packed books and snacks and activities and blankets to occupy myself for 8 hours, but I left them in my luggage. That was a sad moment. But it's okay, I had my phone, I listened to an audiobook, and they gave us a sandwich, bologna, and some water, and a trash bag, which I thought was very nice of them. I had kind of imagined that it would just be a big open room and that we would sit on the floor and wait for 8 hours, but it was so well organized, truly. I mean, all day, there were many, many people stationed as like guides to your next point who would just smile and wave. It was rather like Disneyland, just smiles and gloves telling you, hey, just like keep going, friend, keep it going. Sitting there for 8 hours in that chair, being on jet lag and wondering, okay, what happens if I test positive for the virus right now? A weird time. It felt like the Twilight Zone. It was hard to tell how much time was passing. It was just a big room with fluorescent lights. It was freezing, it was cold, and so obviously I had my phone, so I was checking the time. I gave myself a snack every hour. I mean, jet lag, pandemic, one of the weirdest, like, in-between Twilight Zone moments of my life. So 7 hours into this waiting process, 2 guys in hazmat suits and 2 guys in like government official police garb come out from behind the mysterious wall and they surround this little old woman. And we were all like, she has a virus, what's gonna happen? Is this how they take us away? She gets up, you guys, and she bolts. She runs away. And now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's evading capture. What is going on here? She goes to the bathroom and I'm like, they're all guys. She's hiding in the bathroom. She comes back, they gave her a new one of these. So apparently it was just broken. But that was a freaky moment to say, I don't know how they're gonna handle this. I don't know how they're gonna tell us the results of this test. It was freaky. Finally, 8 hours in, they called out our numbers that they had given us. They would call us up to the desk and then they would discuss something with us. And then if you were clear, they would give you the okay to go get your luggage and then proceed to the exit. Waited a good long time. My friend's number was called in English. I thought, awesome. She was clear, she waited for me. And then I didn't hear my number. And then this guy in a police uniform comes up to me and I'm thinking, well, that's it, I'm a goner. Woof, it's been nice knowing you, Hong Kong. Forget my Disney dreams. And he just says, go. They didn't call my number in English, so dumb American, missed my number. And it was very hard to hear, but they actually said, hey, you did not test positive for the virus, but you have 14 days to quarantine and it could incubate in that time, so don't go anywhere and you're not totally clear yet. But I was cleared to get my luggage and go! Ah! Man, I can tell you the Sweet Relief people, after it was an hour drive to the airport, it was a 5-hour wait to board my flight, it was 15 hours on the flight, and then it was 3 hours of checking in, getting our baggage, getting our temperature checked, and then 8 hours of sitting in a chair. That's 32 hours of traveling. I cannot tell you the relief when I made it to my hotel. There was a beautiful care package from Hong Kong Disneyland. The room is absolutely beautiful. I had the best view ever. So that was my experience in actually traveling from the US to Hong Kong. One of my very best friends in the world suggested that I start vlogging this adventure, partly because maybe you are curious to see what it's like to travel in a pandemic, but mostly because she wanted to help me remember this incredible journey and the nitty-gritty of what it looks like to be brave in pursuing what you love. She's wise, huh? Isn't she wise? Here she is. Love you, Dem.